Good morning, everyone. So, today is the start of the weekend. It's Saturday, and as with every weekend, after a work week, we try to discover new places. And today we're gonna go to Arnhem, which is the capital of Gelderland, the province of Gelderland in the Netherlands, because we are trying to do the challenge of the 12 provinces of the Netherlands. And now that we got our museum cards with which we can visit like 500 or something museums, we are really excited to try it out and to check out some museums, some important places, and also learn more about the history of the province. So let's go! So we have arrived to Arnhem, the capital of Gelderland. It's the third capital that we are visiting. Fourth capital, because we also did Maastricht. Well, we might redo that video, like make a new video about Maastricht. Yeah, now it's 8 a.m. We're gonna walk to the center before it gets very busy. Okay, yeah, we can go through there. Yeah, because that looks like the center. Arnhem literally means the house of the eagle in an old Germanic language, I guess Old German. And the province of Gelderland is called Gelderland, like Gelderland spelled out, because it was basically only the town of Gelderland in Germany at first, and then it expanded. Why is it called Gelderland or Gelderland? So land is land, and then Gelda. So Gelderland, that town in Germany, it's supposed that they fought against a dragon, and then they called it Geldern after the tail of the dragon that they might have cut off. So that's what the legend says. So this is the St. Walburg Church, and over there you have the sint-eusebiuskerk with a tower where you can pay 11 euros to go to a kind of glass platform from which you have a very good view of the city of Arnhem.
That's the oldest church.
Ah yeah, that's the oldest church of Arnhem, the Walburg Church. Like I said, that's the more popular church with that glass platform. And there's a museum here, modern art museum. It's not included in the Museumkaart. It is, but yeah, well, modern art, yeah, it has nothing to do with Gelderland. So I guess, yeah, we won't visit it. Or not today, maybe another time. So the St. Eusebius Church, also called the Big Church, is of Gothic style, as you can see. And there above the clock, there's that glass platform that is used to, yeah, see the city from above. So if you are not scared of heights, unlike me, you can pay 11 euros and have a good view of the city, and maybe maybe it reaches up to the countryside. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And this is a market, I guess. Yeah. There are even German German sellers here, merchants, like in the past when they would come in the Middle Ages, and very interesting. And this gate here at the Eusebiuskerk, it has these letters, these words that tell you a bit about the story of this church. This church was really damaged during the Second World War by the Germans, because Arnhem, the city, was bombed because of its I guess crucial position, emplacement. Because of that, there was a lot of damage to this church that had to be rebuilt, and also to other buildings in the old city center. It's the church where there's that elevator that takes you up to that, let's see, it's very, very tall, very big. So up to that glass platform where you have a very good view of the city. I mean, the gate is not that impressive.
I think it's new.
Yeah, because it's new. It had to be rebuilt. The Prince of Wales. So, and we are here at the Saber Gate in Arnhem, which is, it was initially the gate, the main point of entrance to the city of Arnhem. Then they used to lock down insane people here, and then insane people came with planes to bomb the heck out of it, and there were houses around this gate, but they were all destroyed. I guess the gate was also damaged, but then they restored it, like they rebuilt the gate, or at least renovated it, so that it now looks like this. So apparently this was the only gate out of the 4 gates of the city of Arnhem that was left after World War II, because they were bombed, and this is the only gate that remained almost intact. It makes me quite sad now to hear how there's a war in Europe again. Well, there's war all around the world, but so many buildings are being destroyed, so much history is being wiped off and replaced by new facts and new history that is full of misery and pain, sadness for the people from both sides, because during a war no one wins, only the bank and maybe the politicians who started it, but it's only the people, the normal citizen, that always suffers. And of course all the history, all the culture that goes lost with the buildings that are destroyed. It's very sad. So we never learned that lesson, apparently. So this is the Museumkaart.
Ja.
We finally got it. And this is a famous bridge, the John Frost Bridge. It was named after an Allied general who fought against the Germans. The Battle of Arnhem, well, there were two battles, but Arnhem was a very crucial point during World War II because it is a crossroads with the rest of the Netherlands. And the first battle was lost, like the Allies lost it, or by then they didn't have the help of British and American soldiers. And the second battle, they could win against the Germans and throw them out of the territory they were invading, which was the Netherlands. So yeah, the Netherlands was occupied for a couple of years, or 5 years, by the Germans, and there was a resistance group, just like in France, that was not called La Résistance, but in this case it was called Het Verzet. It was a group of rebels that were giving out information, intel, to kind of prepare to counterattack against the Germans. And unfortunately, during the first battle, the Dutch army didn't really listen to Het Verzet, and maybe that's why they lost. So this is how a mortar used to look like during the Second World War. This one was possibly not used in the battle itself, but it was donated by the Allied forces. This church was turned into a bed and breakfast, and now has parking as well for the people who sleep here.
Dit is de Kerkstraat. Ja, dit is de Kerkstraat en zo loopt voor de Pastoorstraat.
And this butcher, they supply the royal house of the Netherlands. The synagogue. With a verse from Isaiah. Ik wil graag de cocktail.
Voor mij ook de vlierbloesem.
Ja, goed, dankjewel.
Thank you. So we are having a drink here. Some teas, cocktails, apple juice. Now we are going into the Eusebius Church that we checked out from the inside, from the outside, just a couple of minutes ago. So that takes you up to the glass platform. I can only recommend it. Visit the other Holland. Unfortunately, most people think that the Netherlands is just Amsterdam, but that's not true. This is the organ. And these people are apparently doing an essay, practicing. So typical structure, 3 naves with a small transept. This church is especially, like, the main nave is surprisingly narrow and small. Maybe it was not like that in the past and it was only after the renovation. Memento Mori for Georgius Ripperda, who is buried here. This plaque, I find it very interesting because it's written in Old French. Maybe Arnhem or Gelderland was part of the French, like, or during Napoleon, this church was renovated. During the invasion, I don't know. So that was the Eusebius Church, the British shop.
British store.
Yeah, they have British products. French songs in a British shop in the Netherlands. This is another monument here in Arnhem. Welsh church. Or Welsh? No. From Wallonia. Yeah. Waalse kerk. It's also written in French. Église Wallonne. It looks pretty humble, but it might have a lot of history. And this is behind me the Musis Sacris, I think it's called, which might mean something like Holy Museum. Thanks for watching, but we'll stop the video there because otherwise it gets too long. We see each other in the next part of Arnhem.